Museums today are as much about creativity as they are about preservation. And we're very much a public forum. And it's an often used quote in museums, safe places for dangerous ideas. You can in fact approach some really controversial topics in museums and get away with it. In the next 3 days you're going to be getting some real insights into this institution, and believe you me, it's a fascinating place.
It's really important to say to kids, the direction that you take is purely one of your own making.
In the Work Inspirations program, there are 3 key insights that I guess drive the experience that you're going to have and give you a bit of insight into who you might be, what kind of career you might have in the future, and what you might want to get out of your life after school.
I like the fact that it starts with all about me, and it kind of gives them an opportunity to reflect on their own personalities and what that might mean for a career path.
Spontaneous ideas, heart, extrovert.
I know facts and I like facts, but I prefer to create my own ideas.
Planner ideas, head extrovert.
How that translates into looking behind the scenes is interesting, because taking the students through the back of house, meeting scientists, allows them to draw the comparisons against people who are like them and are working here.
The thing that got me started, I remember when I was at high school, I went and saw a lecture. I was then the director of the Zurich Zoo, and I knew then when I came out of that lecture I wanted to work in biology and I wanted to work in an institution.
The qualifications that I need to be incredibly patient, and I need to have a degree in science which has taught me to be critical in thinking.
What do you need? You need passion. Get excited about something. Ideally that's what you want, is to be passionate about what you're doing.
When I finished my degree, I did a little bit of work part-time in the university collection out there, and eventually this job came up.
I like lab work, for all of it sort of pipetting clear liquids into clear plastic tubes. I really actually like that hands-on stuff.
The facilities management role is about understanding the core activities of the museum and delivering those services.
I'm actually trained as a graphic designer, so that was what my original degree was in.
I did some volunteering with the collection staff, particularly in entomology, and I used to spend my holidays going out as a volunteer on those trips. And then when this job came up, I could apply for it because I had a little bit of experience.
I think if you have a natural affinity with people and an aptitude for communicating with people, then fundraising is something that you can be really good at.
Collection managers, there's quite a few of us in the museum, and our function is to manage the objects that the curators acquire, and also installing exhibitions and pulling objects off exhibitions as well. So we do a lot of hands-on touching the objects. So it's good fun from that perspective.
We had some students who were just inspired by the fact that they got to meet a volunteer, and the volunteer knew so much about this one particular exhibit, and they were really excited by the fact that people who work here are actually really passionate about their jobs. The way that we sort of structured the presentations was a reflection of the whole experience. Going through the various departments of QM and visiting some of our staff and reflecting on how their careers have come about and how that might influence their future direction.
Just the main point for us is hearing people's stories. Like everyone that works here, their stories are so incredible to us.
We chose Frank. I found it really interesting because he started off working in Coles when he was in high school and he didn't have any idea what he wanted to do.
Then started off doing Bachelor of Fine Arts, and there was only 12 people in that course.
And my favourite quote from him was, "You've got to create your own opportunities."
The highlight is definitely seeing the students reflect on what they've learnt, and then the students' thoughts about how they might want to add to the museum.
Our pitch to you guys is a walk-through time.
The walk-through time experience will change your perception of life and history.
We have decided to make our exhibit on technology, and we're going to do 50 years of technology, so from 1963 to 2013.
Our objectives for the program were, we wanted students to actually get a real sense of the full range of opportunities that are available within the museum, and not just the exhibition design. We actually do so much more. We have full scientific research that's active every day, and we have a gigantic loans facility and a storage facility that is still right in the heart of Brisbane. So we were really quite keen to show young people that the museum does a lot more than they think. Secondly, we want to co-create with our community, so by getting young people involved in a way that they can really speak directly to the people who make things happen at the museum, we were able to get a much better insight into what's going to be a better and more effective, more engaging experience. It provides a sense of what the future might be like for the organisation through the eyes of people who might work there one day.